Hello and welcome to Courage Concept number 19. When you focus on how you want to feel, you can achieve more than you ever imagined. This week we had Christmas, and I had a really good Christmas this year. Over the last several years, I've dreaded Christmas because it's not been the same since my mom passed. But this year, I decided I didn't want to feel disappointed with Christmas or feel left out with Christmas. And so about a month ago, I decided I was going to celebrate on my own and that I was going to have a good time. And so what I did was I bought myself some really nice gifts and some nice wrapping paper, and I wrapped up my gifts. I also bought a Christmas plant. It has a little evergreen in it, a Christmas cactus, and an amaryllis. It's a beautiful plant. And I placed my beautifully wrapped gifts around it. And I was really surprised because I'd heard of other people doing this in the past, but I always thought it was a little bit odd because if you buy yourself your own gifts and you wrap them, there's not a surprise in unwrapping them because you know exactly what you're going to get. But I did it anyway. And when I did wrap the gifts and put it around my little Christmas plant, it gave my apartment a holiday feel, which felt really good, a good vibe. And the feeling that I was going for was to feel happy at Christmas and not dread it. And so in just doing that little piece, that really perked up my holiday season. A few days before Christmas, about a week before Christmas, a friend of mine I met about 3 or 4 weeks ago, she invited me to have Christmas Eve dinner with her and a couple of her friends. And I really like her, and I'd wanted to meet her new friends, or friends that would be new to me. And so I said yes. And I thought to myself in the back of my mind, am I going against what I have planned to do for myself? And I thought, no, because Christmas Day, I can still celebrate in the way that I had planned. So I went to Christmas Eve dinner and I had a really good time. And then Christmas Day was a good day. I slept in, I got up, I opened a few presents, I went for a nice walk. When I came back, I opened a couple more presents. And I really didn't feel left out as I had in the past. I didn't feel obligated to be around a lot of people on Christmas Day as the Christmas commercials kind of push on people. And so in deciding how I wanted to feel, I experienced more than I could imagine. I remember when I was a project manager for an online account servicing system, I worked for the business, and I would often go to the developers and say, the business wants the system to do this in this way. And they would always stop me and say, no, you just tell us what the business wants the customer to be able to do, what the requirements are, and we will decide and design the system to work in the best way in order to accomplish that. And the very first time I heard that, I thought that was odd. So I pulled together the requirements, and the developers came back to me a couple of times to get some things clarified. And then they designed the system to do exactly what we wanted it. And in the end, we all were so surprised that what they had designed and developed was 10 times better than what we had suggested they do in the first place. And it goes exactly to this concept. When you focus on how you want to feel, you can achieve more than you ever imagined. Now, in order to help you use this concept in your daily life, there are a few things that I'd like to ask you. And if you could write your answers down, that would help you to absorb this. The first thing is, name a situation or an upcoming event that you are dissatisfied with or unhappy about. I want you to write that situation or upcoming event down. Number 2, I'd like for you to list all that is right or good with that situation or upcoming event. And there are things that are good about this, even though you might not be so happy with it. And just write all of those down. Number 3 is I'd like for you to describe how you want to feel as you plan, work toward this situation or upcoming event. What are the feelings or emotions you want to experience as this situation unfolds? And finally, number 4, I'd like for you to list all the ways that you can increase your chance of having these feelings that you listed in number 3. And this is kind of a brainstorming exercise. So list everything that comes to mind, and then you can select 1 or 2 or maybe even more of those things to help you have those feelings. And when you focus on how you want to feel, you can achieve more than you ever imagined. That's Courage Concept number 19. That's all I have for you today, and I will see you again next week for another Courage Concept. Bye for now.